Okay guys, welcome to the next part of my modeling tutorial, and in this tutorial we'll be seeing on how to uh, connect this edge. Let's start by connecting that edge with this edge that's running over here. So let's go to the edge mode and let's use the cut tool and just cut it like that, and again merge it like that, and that looks better now. Next thing what we can do is we can see if instead of joining it over here, let me see, let's see if we can take this edge all the way around this corner. Let's go to the front view and let's turn on see-through mode, and let's go to the vertex mode, and let's raise this vertex. Let's turn off snaps toggle, and let's bring those vertices just a bit to the top using the world mode. And another thing we can do is let's bring this vertex just a bit outside to give a more curved appearance, and what we can do is let's select the edge mode, and let's delete this edge. Let's remove that edge and go to the vertex mode so that we can remove these vertices, and let's go to the cut mode and cut some vertices right over here like that. So that's looking pretty much better, I think. Now let's turn off the cut mode and let's select this vertex. Well, that vertex is still in its right position, so what we can do now is let's go to the edge mode. Let's go to the edge mode, select this edge over here, apply a ring selection, and let's connect that. And place it approximately over there, and let's go to the vertex mode and I want these vertices selected. You can see that some of the vertices over here they must actually be positioned right over here, and now let's select these vertices, all these vertices in the row, and let's make them planar in the Z direction, and let's move them to the top. Now what we can do is let's bring this vertex outside just a bit to give a bit more curvature over there, and that looks better. Now let's go to the face mode and let's select all these faces over here and extrude them. Just a bit like that. And next thing what we can do is let us go to the edge mode, or let's go to the vertex mode and select these set of vertices right over there, and let's weld them together. Move them back, and next what we can do is let's go to the edge mode, select these edges, apply a ring selection, and let's connect it, sliding it all the way to the top so that we get the nice crease over there. And I would also want to add another edge loop in that position, so that seems better now. And next what we can do is let's create this piece of geometry that we can see. So let's go to the face mode, and I'm just selecting these two faces, and I'm sorry, let's select these two faces and extrude them, bring them inside just a bit like that, and we can go ahead and delete these two faces because we don't need them. And what we can do is okay, so let's select these edges. I'm sorry, let's go to the edge mode, select these set of edges and apply a connect, like that. And another thing what we can do is let's go to the face mode and let's select these set of faces and clone them like that. Let's bring them back to their original position like that. And let's decrease its size just a bit, and switch over to the vertex mode, select these two vertices and pull them all the way over here. Before that, let's snap all these vertices in the center to the grid line so that we don't have any problems when applying the symmetry modifier. And let's make sure that we have selected only the required edges, I'm sorry, vertices. Let's see in the back view. Well, that's nice. Yeah, now we can go ahead and align them in the y direction, and let's go to snaps toggle and snap all these vertices to the central grid line. And now what we can do is uh, let us go to this position over here, and what we can do is let's select these edges over here, or let's select this polygon, bring it down just a bit so that there's not much gap between those pieces of geometry, and let's select all these faces, or let's select all these edges, let's extrude it a bit to the inside, let's try a value of 0.4, let's try 0.2, let's try 0.35. So that's looking better. Let's deactivate the see-through mode and see how that looks. Let's push this piece just a bit forward, you can see that these faces are not closed, so let's enter isolation mode by clicking on Alt Q. Well, isolate mode is not working, so well, we want to close these faces, so what we can do is let's select these two edges, let's select those edges like that, and let's bridge them. And I don't want this face to be selected. I'm sorry, I don't want this edge to be selected, and also this edge. And let's see if bridging works. Well, I think we the bridging does not work over here, so what we can do is, let's select this edge alone, and well, first let's select these two edges and bridge them together, and next let's select these two edges, apply a bridge, and then these two edges, and apply a bridge, and then these two edges and another bridge. So you can see that we have closed that shape, and now we don't want these faces. I'm sorry, just click on these faces and delete them. Also, we don't want these faces to be present, so let's delete them. And now I think let's go to the subdivision surface and see how NURBS displacement works out. Well, that appears better, except for one thing. Let's select these faces. Let's turn off subdivision displacement, and let's select all these, and let me expand it just a bit, like that. And let's go to the edge mode, you can see that okay. Let's select this edge, apply a ring selection, and let's apply a connect, let's add two edges, bring the slide to 0, and add pinch, and also let's do the same on this side. Select this edge, add a ring selection and connect them, and let's select this edges over here, and add an edge loop over there, and another edge loop right over here, well, I think we don't need to add those edges. Let's see how that looks. Well, that's pretty much decent enough. except for just a minor tweak. uh, let's turn off subdivision displacement and let's activate see-through mode. What we can do is let's add an I'm sorry, let's go to the edge mode, and before that let's go to the vertex mode and bring this vertex over to the side just a bit. And now let's switch over to the edge mode, apply a ring selection, connect the edge, bring it all the way over here, and now go to the vertex mode, raise it just to the top, and we need an edge also in this object, so let's connect that. Let's apply a -24 and raise that up just a bit, and now let's take a look at the subdivision displacement, I'm sorry, subdivision subdivided surface. Let's take a look at the see-through mode. Well, this edge is coming right over here. Well, I think I don't have to care about that because it's nice to look from here. So let's select this surface, turn off the see-through mode, and turn off NURBS or displacement, and let's go to the vertex mode. Let's bring this vertex out just a bit, and let's move this to the back. And next thing what we can do is let's go to the see-through mode, and let us let me see. This edge must flow straight over here, so what we can do is let us go to the vertex mode, and let's move these vertices over here, and what we can do is I think we can add an edge loop right over here, let's see. Let's connect these edges together, so let's go to the cut mode, and sorry, let's Okay, so now let's go to the cut mode, and let's also deactivate the see-through mode, and let's go to the edge mode, use the cut tool to cut a piece of geometry over here, like that. Like that. Like that. And let's now try the edge mode and apply a ring selection. Let's deselect these edges and select this edge, apply a ring selection, deselect these edges and apply a connect, like that, and select these edges and apply a connect, and use target weld. Go to the vertex mode, use target weld to weld this vertex with this vertex. Okay, let's use cut and first draw an edge between these two vertices, and now let's use target weld and let's position this vertex approximately over there. So that looks decent enough. Next thing what you can do is let's go to the edge mode and select these edges, deselect some of the edges over here, and let's apply a connect. Let's bring that over here, and let us use weld, or I'm sorry, let's go to the vertex mode and weld all these three vertices together. I'm sorry, let's weld the two vertices together. Let's use cut and cut an edge between those two vertices and weld them together. And I think you don't need this edge anymore, so let's go to the edge mode, select this edge, apply a loop selection, remove them, and go to the vertex mode. Let's make sure that we have selected only the right vertices. Let's select this vertex, and these vertices. select these two vertices, and also let's delete them. Let's select this vertex, remove them, and now I don't think there are any more vertices unassociated. Unassociated. So there is an issue over here. Let's check out what that is. Okay, so I think uh, that seems better, except for one fact. I want this vertex or these vertices to go up just a bit, and let's see how a smooth version looks. uh, let's take a look at the perspective view, and here you can see that these vertices have not been connected together. So let's go to the cut mode, and do like that. So now we've got a clean surface. What we can do now is, before doing anything, let's turn off NURB subdivision, and let's go to the vertex mode and see if we can add a nice sharp slit over here. I think we can connect these vertices together. So let's go to target weld and weld these vertices, because we can add another vertex to that place. So let's use target weld on all these vertices to weld them together. And what we can do is, let's select these vertices, and well, we want to add a sharp edge over here. So what we can do is, let's okay, let's add an edge loop. I think we can't add an edge loop over there, so let's see what we can do with this piece of geometry. Okay, let's go ahead and delete these two edges, and let's select this edge over here, let's also deselect this edge and this edge, and let's connect them. Add a fair amount of slide, and let's use the cut tool let's use the cut tool to cut an edge loop like this over here and like that. And let's go to the edge mode, select this edge and let's remove that. And also let's go to the vertex mode and remove this vertex and this vertex. So now you get this type of surface, and we can now connect some of these surfaces together. So let's use the cut tool to cut an edge loop from here to here, and again use the cut tool to cut an edge loop from here till there. And we might also want to add a target weld. Okay, let's move this vertex slightly over here. Let me see. Let's go to the front view, and you can see that there's no edge supporting this vertex. So what we can do is, let us add an edge, or let's use the cut tool to cut an edge like that. Or I think I have welded some of the vertices unnecessarily over here. You can see that I have connected some unwanted edges, so let's go ahead and remove them. And I don't want well, let's see what we can do. This edge loop does not have any edges connecting to it, so what we can do is let's use the cut tool, or let's first go to the edge mode, select this edge, apply a ring selection, Well, that's better. And let's connect the edge over here like this. And these vertices, uh, let's deselect these two vertices and also these vertices over here. Switch over to the local mode, and or let's switch to view mode. I want to bring this all the way to the top. So let's bring it all the way over here. And that's better, I think. What we can do is we can also raise or move these edges, I'm sorry, vertices. Or let's undo all our actions, and let's go to the face mode and select, let's select these faces along with these faces, I'm sorry, let's select these faces, and let's pull them forward a little bit so that they don't peek into the front of the, I'm sorry, into the tires part of the car. And let's push these forward a bit. And that's better. I'm still searching for a method to connect this piece of geometry over here. So let's use cut, and I'm sorry, let's join this piece with this piece over here, and that seems better now. What we can do now is, let us uh, let's so I think the structure looks fine except for some minor uh, positionings of the vertex over here. uh, what we can do is we have to add a slit that runs from here to here. So what we can do for that is let's okay, let's select these I'm sorry, let's select these faces right over here, or instead of that let's select all these faces over here along with these faces. Okay, before that you can see that this shape is not too decent enough, so let's tweak these parts so that we get a nice curved structure over there. Let's turn on NURBS subdivision. And another thing we can do is let's select all these vertices and let's space them out. Like that. And also you can see that these vertices have not been placed correctly. So what we can do is let us select all these vertices over here. Let's deselect these vertices and let's bring them in just a bit. Let's deselect these vertices. Uh, let's well, I can't see why I can't select anything. uh, let's convert this to an editable poly. Well, I think there's some bug now, so uh, let's stop this lesson over here, and in the next lesson let's continue. I'll try to fix that bug, and In the next lesson we'll be seeing on how to extract the hood and add some nice creases over here. So let's start the lesson now.